Hello and welcome. Shubman Gill's birthday, so we decided to do a special. Bharat has already reached Dubai. By the way, it's so hot that all of us have decided that even when all of us reach Dubai on Friday, we will try and do the shows at least till evening, till about 5:30 Dubai time, which is 7 India, from indoors. Otherwise, we've been told that each one of us can have sunstroke or heat stroke or whatever it is and collapse. It's that bad. Bharat, how hot is it? What's
Yeah,
the
very hard.
temperature?
Just now I went to collect the card. It felt like a furnace, or I was going. There is a hot. It was hot oven or something like that. It felt.
You got your
And that
acronym,
was,
you picked it up?
yeah, I got.
Okay,
I
good.
went
So
even without a cap. I went. Then I understood how hot it is.
yeah, so each one of us will have to carry caps and whatever, and that heat. I mean, hopefully, the only problem is the pre-show. Everything else is okay. We can do from indoors, but the pre-match show, which is a 6:30 Dubai time start. So even if it's 5:30, we start the show and we are in the stadium, will be a mad show.
There are a few shade spots outside the stadium, so we
Do,
have to
do,
pick
we, do,
those
you,
up.
do you reckon we can
Either
get
that,
those?
either that, or we carry umbrellas.
Huh.
That's actually a
That's
possibility. I mean, the on the show, yeah, that's a possibility. Or if Shubhan says that there are these
There
places,
are
but Shubhan,
few spots with shades. Yes. There are a few shade spots.
do we get those? As in, do we get those ahead of
Ah,
a
we
Pakistan?
can stand there.
Parking
Those are normal buildings with shades there, so we can stand.
Acha, okay, because our apartment, from what I know, is about 10 minutes from the stadium. I mean, that's how we had booked multiple places. So our apartments will be about 10 minutes from the stadium. So we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, let's start with Shubman Gill. Why don't we start with a clip on Shubman Gill from Mohammad Siraj? Gargi, why don't you play that clip, Mohammad Siraj clip on Shubman Gill, and we'll take it from there.
give me 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Ah,
Yeah,
sure,
go
sure,
to
sure.
Mr.
So, Shubhan, your Shubman Gill memory of recent times, the one thing that you want to celebrate Shubman Gill with. I'll give you the first go. Chalo.
I think out of all people here, I have followed Shubman Gill from the very beginning. 2016, I think. He played the Under 19 World Cup in 2018, if I'm not wrong. I saw Shubman for the first time in 2016. I was at the PCA Mohali Stadium for some assignment, and I was talking to one of the assistant coaches or one of the staff of the PCA stadium, and I asked him, because I generally go to stadiums and I ask about youngsters who are the upcoming players who we can follow in the coming years. So he targeted me towards the far net there. There are three active nets there, and he targeted me towards the far nets and said, "ये बंदा पंजाबी में he said ये बंदा बहुत दूर जाएगा. इस पे नजरें रखो." So that guy apparently was Shubman Gill, lean, thin guy, 16, 15, 16, 17-year old. And he was batting. And by the looks of it, you knew that this guy is something special as early as when he was 16-year-old. And now I was going through one of the interviews of Sanjay Bangar. He said, when Ravi Shastri and Virat Kohli saw Shubman Gill bat for the first time, Ravi bhai said, "Isko khila dete, isko straight away
Yeah.
khila dete." That's how special Shubman Gill is. Yes, Prithvi Shaw was the one who took away all the limelight in that from that under 19 World Cup, but Shubman Gill was the player of the tournament. The way he batted against Pakistan, he was scoring boundaries and abusing Pakistani bowlers on their faces during the Under 19 World Cup. That is, and you saw that there is something special about this guy, and from there on, I think the way he has picked up every nets. You ask every coach, be it KKR, Gujarat Titans, Punjab coaches, wherever he has given trials, you will only hear one word, that this guy is special. He's a special talent. So he's living up to the expectations. Still a long way to go, but I think he's on the right track, and he will go a long way. But that from 2016 PCA Stadium Mohali, I clearly remember that assistant coach. I am forgetting his name. He told me, "Watch out for that guy. This guy will be special."
Nice story also. I mean, so clearly almost 9, 10 years, and the guy has actually stood up to the promise. Gargi's got the Siraj clip
And
ready.
that
Let's
and
have
that assistant coach actually told me कि ये थका देता है हम लोगों को, मतलब बाकियों को बोल बोल के कि bowling डालो अभी और खेलना है, हजार हजार बॉलें खेलता है. So from there only his work ethic was there.
Let's play the Siraj clip and I'll go to Gargi and Bharat. Yes, Gargi. मुझे एक नया बॉन्ड दिख रहा है, शुभमन मोहम्मद सिराज, लीडर ऑफ द बॉलिंग पैक, जस्सी भी वापस आ जाएंगे, ये WTC साइकिल दोबारा होप दिख रहा है, इंडियन क्रिकेट इज बैक. थोड़ा सा उसके बारे में, बिकॉज वो भी फनी था. आप उसको बोल रहे हो, तूने उसको बोला क्यों नहीं, वो जब वो ध्रुव ने ग्लव्स नहीं खोला था, वो बहुत मजेदार था. आई मीन आप लोगों में ये जो बॉन्डिंग है, ये वाज लवली टू सी. सो अ वर्ड ऑन शुभमन एंड द बॉन्डिंग.
हाँ, शुभमन और मैं काफी टाइम से साथ है, क्योंकि हम लोग इंडिया भी खेले, मतलब काफी टाइम स्पेंड करे ऑफ द फील्ड, और हम दोनों का टेस्ट एक ही साथ डेब्यू हुआ, एक ही MCG में हम दोनों का डेब्यू हुआ, फिर उसके बाद ODI में भी हम दोनों नंबर 1 एक साथ आए, मतलब काफी मेमोरी हम दोनों एक साथ की है, तो हम दोनों की बॉन्डिंग बहुत ही अच्छी है, और गुजरात का कैप्टन भी है वो, तो मतलब हम दोनों का अच्छा कॉम्बिनेशन, मतलब जब हम लोग जब नेट्स में भी बैटिंग करते हैं तो हम दोनों में बातचीत होते रहती है, कि मैं उसको बोलता हूँ कि तू मेरा बन्नी है, ये है, उन्हें बोलता है चौका मार के, ये है, बट बहुत अच्छी हम दोनों की बॉन्डिंग है. तो वही हम लोग को अंडरस्टैंडिंग बहुत ही ईजी है, कि फील्ड पे भी कि मुझे ये करना है, तो वो हम दोनों की अंडरस्टैंडिंग भी समझता है कि कब इसको क्या चाहिए क्या नहीं, मैं भी उसकी समझता हूँ कि कब इसको ये करना है वो करना है, तो हम दोनों की बहुत ही अच्छी है. तो मैं यही उसके लिए बहुत ही खुश हूँ, क्योंकि जैसा उसका ग्रोथ ऊपर आ रहा है, और जैसा अभी वो टेस्ट कैप्टन है, और जैसा वो रन किया है, मतलब एक्स्ट्राऑर्डिनरी. मैं तो उसके लिए हमेशा दुआ करता हूँ कि ऐसी उसको तरक्की मिले, और अभी एशिया कप के लिए वाइस कैप्टन भी है, तो मैं उसके लिए गुड लक भी बोलूंगा, और टीम इंडिया के लिए भी गुड लक बोलूंगा कि ब्रिंग द ट्रॉफी बैक, और बेस्ट विशेस टू एवरीवन.
Nice story. I mean, these two have genuinely, the best part is he says, "Oh, mera buddy hai." Gargi, your Shubman Gill story before I go to Bharat.
Oh, it's a difficult one. I mean, I haven't had any such interactions as Shubhayan told us a very nice story, but it was very clear that from the very start, Shubman Gill was always someone who was special. And I think we've all been so impressed with the way that he's conducted himself as a captain. I think that's been one of the most impressive transformations that we've seen, with so much grace, so much dignity and composure and calmness. The way that he, you know, portrays himself as the captain as well. I remember we were all sitting there at the Headingley Stadium when Shubman Gill came out for that first press conference ahead of the Anderson Tendulkar Trophy, and we were all sitting there. The press conference just ended, and all of us just had, you know, a smile on our faces, and we looked at each other and we thought, we're very impressed with how he spoke about everything. And he kept that up throughout the series. There were a lot of controversies, there were ups and downs. He never shied away or shirked away from taking responsibility or accountability, always held himself accountable, protected the team when it needed to. So this sort of finally Shubman Gill coming into that role of captaincy that we've expected for a very long time, knowing that he's always been in that leadership role, and finally getting that Indian Test captaincy and the way that he's conducted himself. I think that's a very great start to his career as the next captain of the team.
Okay, Bharat, your Shubman Gill story, if you have one. And there's a super chat which says, when will he become ODI captain? Neither of us are BCCI, so we can't exactly tell you when he will become ODI captain. I will give it to Shubhan, because he is your best bet to give some kind of an answer. I will pass this ball outside of stump. Chalo, Shubhan,
I mean, whenever Rohit Sharma decides to hang his boots, it's on Rohit or it's on the selection committee when they want to move forward. But yeah, there are huge chances, big chances that he will lead in the ODIs. But let's see. Since Rohit is still an active player, he's still your ODI captain. Let's respect a great player, a legend of the game. So let's respect Rohit Sharma's place right now.
Okay, Bharat, Shubman Gill, your next all-format superstar. I mean, taking over the mantle from Virat Kohli. Am I right? I mean, he will become the face of global cricket, not just Indian cricket as a brand. You agree with that, Bharat?
That is what I guess the Indian board is also looking at, the next three format superstar. Yes, he can become one. See, I think he's now a good test player. Yes, people would say that the nip packer is still a problem with him, Ben Stokes, or someone troubled him and all that, but he showed it in England that he definitely has that insatiable hunger for runs, voracious appetite for runs, 700 odd runs. So I think he's pretty much answered that one question. Though yes, critics would always be there when it comes to his technique. And one day cricket, I don't need to say much because Shubman Gill, I think, is already a wonderful player in one day cricket. He knows how to pace the innings, and in T20s, he's already shown it in the IPL that he can play different types of. He can shift gears and play different types of innings. So in T20 cricket also, he should be doing well. So yes, maybe in a year or so, you might see him as someone who's established his place in all three formats, not just in two formats. I just want to add something on Gill. He talked about India and Pakistan playing in the 2017-18 Under-19 World Cup. I just want to add something. I guess it was Shaheen Afridi who told Shubman Gill that I'm not a Bangladeshi fast bowler or something like that after bowling a bouncer. And then he bowled another bouncer and Gill hit it for a boundary and said, I am not neither a Bangladeshi batsman. So that encapsulates Shubman Gill's spirit. Even going back further back in the Asia Under-19 Cup, I think my colleague had gone there. I didn't go there to cover that tournament in Sri Lanka. I think he scored a 50 or 60, a brisk 50 or 60. I remember watching streaming of it, of that particular match against Sri Lanka Under-19. The way he was timing the ball, he looked like a player who could go a long way, then went on to succeed in the Ranji Trophy. And from there on, I guess he has just gone on from strength to strength. Yes, I understand there have been problems. People have questioned his technique on the way, but he has answered it. He's answered it with a fitting riposte during the England series.
Okay, Rohit Juglan is also going to join. He's actually collecting his accred as we speak. Bharat has already picked his this thing. Gill PR Rev Sports Array again. So let's pass this on. Yes, boss. PR. Chal. Sorted. Now say something new. Shreya Iyer, next ODI captain. My colleagues at Rev Sports has forever said, whether it is Shomik, whether it is Rohit, Shubhan, I think, has said the same, right? Shubhan, you're also on the same page. So all of them have said that it's Shubman Gill as ODI captain. So that's what we've asked. Boryada, please ask why no morning lives. Let's ask the man. Why no morning lives, my friend?
We posted a lovely interview package from the hockey team. Four of our players spoke about the Asia Cup win. You guys should definitely watch that. And yesterday, Rohit and I discussed about what to do at 11, which is our regular slot, 11:30, and we both came to a conclusion that hockey is the story of the day. Last night we won the tournament, and hockey is the story of the day. And since Abhishek gave us four lovely interviews, we had to put that out. But I have no.
Totally the right thing to do. Let me say this very clearly.
Yeah.
Totally the right thing to do.
We
100%.
posted the Pakistan press conference very early, 8:30, around 8:30. We posted other Pakistan videos. After the hockey, we gave a good window to that hockey video. But if you guys are not backing the hockey team despite such success, then there's some problem in our sports viewership.
Don't worry about that at all. You did the right thing by posting hockey, and that's what you should do. Rohit, your Shubman Gill story, I think the way you joined, clearly it's the heat that is sapping your energy. Your reaction said it all. Bharat said he went without a cap and he got burnt. How bad is that, Rohit? The weather and your Shubman Gill story.
It's very bad. It's very bad, Burada. My advice to means not my advice, but my suggestion to all of you to just pack most of your sunscreen. The caps. I'm lucky that I have a Wimbledon cap who has a back cover to it, and it's saving my neck as of now. But so today we have to collect the accred. Me and Bharat.
What is the back
Yeah,
cover?
this will also work. The bucket cap also work.
No, थोड़ा दिखा back cover का क्या मतलब होता है? I don't have any. I'll have to get something.
Just a second.
Wimbledon cap के पीछे एक पूरा back cover होता है, just to protect your neck. Back neck.
Like that.
I'll have the bucket.
I have hair.
What?
I have hair.
I have hair. So this is how it is. So when you wear it, it comes like this. So it has like a back cover. You're seeing this
Nice.
cloth?
Yes,
So this
yes,
cloth,
yes, yes.
it saves your, the neck part, and it saves the tanning also. So whenever you don't need it, you can, cover it under your flap. This part, you can cover it under the flap, and then
It's a
this
good
saves
idea.
you. So yeah,
Gorilla, if you have
that's
bucket hat, carry that. Carry a bucket hat.
yeah,
Yeah, I'll have to
yeah. I
get
mean,
something I generally don't wear because I
hats
find
and
it
glasses.
uncomfortable. I'll get one. I'll get something. Anyway,
Hats,
don't
glasses,
forget.
whatever you can bring, just to cover yourself. Because one thing which I'm, regularly getting is that the color of my skin is kept on changing in every live. So the live I did on 4th and the live I'm going to do today, it's going to be a different color of my skin. But that's not the main issue. The thing is that yes, as I said that today is the day when we can collect our accreditations. It has started from today onwards, and as I was mentioning that me and Bharat sir having a chat on it, that what, when, where we can meet also. So in I think next half an hour we'll be in the ICC Academy, because there is a practice session. The first practice session will start from the UAE team UAE, and they'll be starting on around 4, which will test them, because it's again a 43 degrees Celsius at this point of time also. So, and then from 6 onwards it will be India, and then 8 onwards it will be Pakistan. So today you will have a coverage around 12:30 local time India. So if you want to watch cricket, as you are saying, if you want to watch live, do watch us live, because we do the live shows, but the live shows will be now mostly around, you know, around somewhere around 10:30, 11, when Indian team complete their practice session. I make sure that I do a live, not a recorded video, so that I can take your questions also and do that live to just sum it out, that what had happened. It's a good 15-20 minute chat. The day one, there is one colleague of my means one friend of mine, Lakshu, who's here. So he also joined me for that conversation, because only we two are there in the practice session for most amount of time, I think. So we did that. And yeah, so my only thing is, and today we knew that, as Shubhanda said, that the hockey is the main story. And before this Asia Cup also, the hockey Asia Cup also, we were thinking that let's do chat around with hockey also. But yes, because of this cricketing Asia Cup, it won't we won't be able to do that. But we have other stories, other stuff, and that's why we were doing this. So yeah, the main focus, as I was mentioning in the yesterday's video also, that it's not like that. Most of the people are saying to me that why you went to cover the Pakistan game. There's Afghanistan also playing there. It's not that 2 Pakistan teams playing there. So, and we have to play in the coming weeks for both of them. In Super 4, we'll definitely get the Afghanistan thing, or before that also, there is a possibility of India. There's a couple of possibility for India versus Pakistan also. So it's not only that I went there for the Pakistan game, it's also I went there for the Afghanistan game. Eventually, Pakistan won. We have to play them on 14th. And that's the purpose of the visit, that we have to cover. I am here to cover cricket. I am not here to do any geopolitical meetings or any political things. I'm here to cover cricket.
Oh, don't justify. You're absolutely fine. You be. It's India versus Pakistan. India will have to play Pakistan. It is our job as reporters to report. The
Yeah.
match will not be played between India versus India. If the government of India has decided that India will play in Dubai,
Yes,
if the
that's the
it is our job as
when our
reporters to
Arey,
when our
wait till
government will
14th.
say
You
that
will see most of the major
we
organizations also coming in Dubai.
no,
So
I don't care. I don't care whether organizations go or not go. The government of India has sent India's team to go and play
yes.
this tournament against Pakistan. It is our job as reporters and media people to go and cover it. End of story. If any of you think we have any love for Pakistan, you are mistaken. If after that you think we have love for Pakistan, it's your problem, not ours.
And 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 and
To
and
be a
at that
rogue.
Salman Ali Aga press conference, there were multiple questions on India specific questions there. There were India specific questions, and I'm glad that people, I don't know who, much of the, I am sure that much of the viewers or much of the subscribers of the Rev Sports India are Indians. They are also watching. I think the press conference already crossed 1 lakh views. It's over 100K at this point of time. So if people are watching it, because it's an India centric press conference, even the first couple of questions were India centric questions. Even I asked Salman Ali Agha about the wicket, that how different the Dubai wicket is from the Sharjah wicket. So if he said that, it is very similar, then, there were some good questions around that, the Rashid Khan things and the four spinners in Afghanistan. So I think it purely makes sense when the Afghanistani journalists are asking about the Asia Cup preparations, from Salman Ali Agha, that do you think that you are prepared for India now? So I think it all makes sense, towards that press conference.
There's absolutely no problem. The Asia Cup is a tournament. Just like if Shomik or Bharat was in Tokyo, and if they were covering the javelin, if Shomik was not telling me about Arshad Nadeem, the story is Arshad Nadeem versus Neeraj Chopra. Neeraj Chopra will have to beat Arshad Nadeem. If he wasn't telling me that as a reporter, then I don't think he's doing justice to his job as a reporter. I want Neeraj Chopra to win desperately, but I also want him to beat Arshad Nadeem. He doesn't win without beating Arshad Nadeem, damn it. So come on, don't say
and if not Neeraj Chopra, if Arshad Nadeem is playing against a Weber also, then also I think we have one of any one of whom who's there, they have to cover it, because eventually Neeraj has to play against both of them.
Precisely that.
So what the opponents are doing, you have to take a cover to that.
Anyway, so I think we've answered this Pakistan point very categorically. Shomik, your Shubman Gill story. I'll go back to Rohit, but Shomik first, yours. Any particular Shubman Gill story that you want to share on his birthday?
I will share something when he was playing the Under-19 World Cup, that Under-19 World Cup, when he was playing under Prithvi Shaw. And unfortunately, Prithvi Shaw's career didn't flourish. He started off well, but at that point of time, I remember Ian Bishop coming to us and saying that keep an eye on this young kid. He is going to be a champion one day. He will play for many, many years for India. So Ian Bishop, he spotted that diamond, and Shubman was just 18 years old then. So from that point of view, and he has done justice. He has done justice to his talent. I always tell, as far as the youngsters are concerned, I always maintain this, that you have to just, you can either go Sachin Tendulkar way. If you are a prodigious talent, you can either go Sachin Tendulkar way, and glory awaits. Maybe you will not come even close to Sachin Tendulkar, but because he is once in a generation player. But even if you achieve 1/20th or 1/15th of what he has achieved, you will have a career. Or you can go Vinod Kambli way. So if you go, Vinod Kambli also had that prodigious talent, but again, discipline. In Prithvi Shaw's case also, we have seen that is the discipline became a major factor. Shubman, he has done justice to his talent. He has put in the hard yards, and he is now the India captain as far as Test matches is concerned. A few months down the line, I cannot give a specific time frame, but a few months down the line, he would be India's all-format captain.
Perfect. I'll go to questions. Rathore, you're calling us a shame. Let me ask you this. You're saying we're doing it for numbers. What will you say when we go and cover the India versus Pakistan Women's World Cup match in Colombo? That will not fetch us numbers. That will not fetch us numbers, I'm telling you from now. We will be the only platform which will have 3 reporters in Colombo. It's India's World Cup, by the way. India are the hosts. The Indian women will need support. We'll have 3 reporters on ground. We will not have numbers. We will not maybe even have sponsors. We will have sponsors because corporates, I've reached out to corporates and we'll get it. But we will sustain multiple lakh rupees losses by covering the Women's World Cup in that manner. Is that about numbers according to you? Is that about money, or what is it? Do you agree to that? Or you say, no, India home World Cup, don't cover it. It is not your job to go and cover. Why are you singling out men's cricket? Because if you make a comment on men's cricket, people will listen to you. That's what you are, right? You're a sensationalist. That's what you're trying to do. Why don't you talk about javelin or squash or shooting? Come on, I challenge you. Name 2 shooters from Pakistan or 2 Olympians from Pakistan alongside anything about men's cricket. You don't know. So you don't follow sport. You are one of those trolls who thinks, I'll make a comment here, I'll make a comment there and try and get a response. We've seen many like you, flush you out like toilet paper. That's what it is. Anyway, anybody knows where Shubman Gill's celebration came from? I also want to know where that bow came from. What is the story of that celebration? Rohit, Shubhan, Gargi, Bharat, Shomik, anybody? Where did that come from? And where did he start doing that? Anyone?
He
was
did.
yeah, Shubhanda.
He's
Bolo,
done
bolo,
that
bolo.
before.
Bolo, bolo.
हाँ, he has.
Done it multiple
He did
times.
that. He did that during a Test series or ODI series in Ahmedabad, I think, for the first time. From there it started. 22, I think.
Test series.
2022, I think, if I'm not wrong. 21 or 22. 22, I think.
Is there a story to that? Or he just started it like that? Is there a story to
I've
that kind
never
of
asked him
celebration?
about it.
We must
Yeah.
ask him.
Rohit asked him about that. It's a
Yeah,
it's an interesting question. Ask him about that.
Yeah, it's a very good question.
Where did that come from? I mean, that particular celebration, that bow come from, and now people are emulating that, and a lot of people are copying that celebration of Shubman Gill. It has become a kind of a brand. In fact, I saw a brand emoji the other day. One brand has done that and has used it as a brand image. But let me come to something else. and all of you take a minute each, because we don't have too long on the show. Bharat, you start. In terms of brand value, uh, we for the longest time we had a Kohli. Even now, it's Kohli, Dhoni. In terms of the number of endorsements, Dhoni has over 40, Kohli has many, Tendulkar has cream, because Tendulkar's brand value in terms of per endorsement value is way higher. Do you reckon Shubman Gill will have about 30, 40 within a year? He's the next man. I mean, he's the next in line, Bharat Ramraj.
Oh, that is hard to predict whether he will reach that kind of level. Virat Kohli at his peak he reached the zenith of his prowess when it comes to his brand value, the kind of brand value he has. Even if you look at his social media followers on Instagram, last time I checked, it was something like 250 billion or whatever it is. So he, at the zenith of his prowess, he reached some other level. I guess Shubman Gill still has some way to go to catch up with those legends, but he's definitely on the way. And it looks like he's that one cricketer who can perhaps reach that kind of level. Maybe Jaiswal, maybe in future, he will also have his brand value also will increase on an upward curve. It will go on an upward curve. But I think Shubman Gill is the one to watch out for when it comes to that. Maybe in a couple of years' time, if he keeps performing like this, then I think he can reach that level.
Magi, Shubman Gill with that Olympic gold medal around his neck will surpass Virat Kohli, do you reckon, if he wins that one?
Surpass Virat Kohli, I think a bit early to say that. After a while, we could start comparing. But at this point, we all know Virat Kohli is the greatest of the generation at this point. But Shubman Gill has the potential to get there. He has the potential to be or have the kind of impact that Virat Kohli has had on cricket, in Indian cricket, on world cricket. But Shubman Gill with an Olympic medal, that will be a sight to behold.
Shubman Gill, the next brand superstar.
Buriala, he already has 20 million followers across social media, Instagram, Facebook, and X. So he's growing that way. Cricketing wise, he has 9 Test centuries, 8 ODI centuries, 1 T20I century. So he's growing in that way. So it's his graph has gone upwards. And Bharat mentioned about Yashasvi also. But what differentiates Shubman Gill with a Yashasvi Jaiswal or other players is how well spoken he is, how well he carries himself. If you look at Virat Kohli or an MS Dhoni, they both were great orators, and that helped their career graph peak as as per their batting or their cricketing abilities as well. So Shubman, I think, is a sponsor's delight. He can speak well. He's a good looking guy. I'm not going about looks. Yashasvi is also a good looking boy, but overall package, I think Shubman has to be the next face of world cricket. I have been saying this since 2019, 2020 that Shubman one day will take over from Virat Kohli and be the next face of world cricket. Buriala mentioned about Olympic medal. I think if we can wrap up all the ICC tournaments which are in the fray, with England not doing that well, Australia, their bowlers, how long they will play, we don't know. So Australia team will also go in transition. England are already in transition. South Africa, you never know about what they will do. So India at this point are going to be, if this team plays another year or so, then this team, all these youngsters have the ability to dominate world cricket. And if he wraps up all the ICC tournaments, Olympic medals, sky is the limit for Shubman.
Tanmay, you are trying to you are trying to be provocative. Understand that. Of course, Shubman will not win it alone. Did Virat
Ah,
win
of
the
course.
Australia series in 2018 alone? He did not, right? Cheteshwar Pujara was perhaps a better player than Virat Kohli in Australia in 21, or even 18 was comparable. But do we talk in the same vein about Cheteshwar Pujara, or for that matter, Ravindra Jadeja, who've had telling contributions? You don't, right? You talk about Virat Kohli as first among equals because he was captain. So this is a fair
Shubman,
debate that's
Shubman was the player of the tournament in Under 19 World Cup, but the
I mean,
entire newspaper or the media houses spoke about Prithvi Shaw, prodigal talent, Mumbai talent, next Sachin, Sehwag, etc., etc. So Prithvi Shaw took away the limelight at that point. Shubman, being the face or the leader of this pack, will take away some of the limelight from. But
yeah, it is only natural. It is natural. So don't be salty. There's no reason for you to be salty. Shubman Gill, whether you accept it or not, anybody accepts it or not, is the face of world cricket and Indian cricket in the future, and that's the truth. Finished. And
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 there's a
whether it,
reason. There's a reason. Be it cricket, football, all the captaincy. These are there. There are the captains who go and pick up the trophy. Not all the 11 players. Captain hand over the trophy to all the players.
exactly. In football, exactly. Argentina won the World Cup, but it's Leo Messi, Rodrigo De
Hmm.
Paul, and everybody else, or Angel Di Maria.
Di Maria had
Everybody's
a great World Cup. Di
exactly.
Maria
Di
had a
Maria had a
sensational World
fantastic.
Cup.
Exactly, he had a sensational World Cup, but it is Leo Messi, so accept it. No, Shomik, your thoughts on that before I give Rohit the say on Shubman Gill brand and obviously the business side of sport. Your take on that, Shomik?
See, I mean, Shubman is closer to Virat Kohli rather than MS Dhoni. Suppose hypothetically, I'm a CEO of a company. Dhoni, prime Dhoni, I'm talking about, is a dream product. He is super rich, but till this day, he has remained an icon for the proletariat. You can make him a brand ambassador, Indian brand, for example. You can make him India's brand ambassador for Rolls Royce. At the same time, you can make him a brand ambassador of a tractor company. So Dhoni could, I mean, seamlessly oscillate
Farmer.
between the. So Dhoni could seamlessly oscillate between the two. It's a dream product for any commercial house. Shubman is pretty similar to Virat. He is good looking. He is good. He speaks well, and he's urban. He's suave. So from that point of view, until 2028 World Cup Olympics, I think it will. We will see with success if India achieves success at the ICC tournaments in Test cricket, his brand value would rise exponentially. That is until 2028. If India go on and win the gold medal at 2020 LA Olympics, Shubman Gill will surpass even prime Virat Kohli.
Somebody is saying we promote superstar culture. There is no sport without a star. Never will be. There is one LeBron James. There will be one Mondo Duplantis. There will be one. Always there will be stars. Without sport, who are you writing about? There will
Mhm.
always be. So don't worry about it. There will be one Messi, one Ronaldo. It's not us who's
Even in that,
promoting culture.
even in that dream, America's dream team, 1992 basketball team, there was one
Johnson,
Michael Jordan,
exactly, and one Magic Johnson, and
one
and
Magic
and
Johnson.
one Barkley, one
Yeah,
Barkley, one Magic Johnson, one Michael Jordan. You cannot
yeah.
deny that. I mean, by the way, I've watched Chicago Bulls win my time in Chicago, and you must understand that there is no sport without superstars or rock stars who will put bums on seats. Ultimately, Usain Bolt put 80,000 bums on seats at the London Olympic Stadium in Stratford. That is what stars are about. Otherwise, there's no draw. Yes, Rohit, your take on Shubman Gill, the brand?
I'm pretty sure no one will be able to tell two names of Michael Phelps's opposition. Two names
Exactly.
from
Exactly. You're so right. I mean, maybe one person will come and say Chad Leclerc, but tell me one more. You won't know.
who got the
Anyway,
bronze, who got the silver. No one knows. Everyone knows
nobody
Michael
knows.
Phelps got all the
Nobody
golds.
knows. That is the it's very right. Very, very right. Anyway,
It is
Rohit,
the
your
it is
story of
the just I
Habolo?
will before Rohit starts. See, it is the star culture, which is a reason even after 51 2 years we remember Bobby Fischer he just won one world title, right? I mean, Boris Spassky won more, but we still
Bob
remember
Beeman,
Bob.
Bob Beeman, 8.6
Exactly.
Mexico. Jesse Owens, 1936. Curtis Flood, 1963. Lose long. What has he won? But that hug of Jesse Owens, immortal. Come on, boss. Jackie Robinson and the color line. How many do you want to know? There is no sport without stories, my friend. There will never be sport without stories. Come on, Rohit Juglan, your time. Shubman Gill and the brand.
I think the brand Shubman Gill, you have to see it, Buryada, that he's what different he's doing. As per my knowledge, I don't think he has been handled by some of these professional agencies. He has his close people around him who manages him brilliantly, because there are multiple cricketers who are associated with certain people who are who have these kind of experience to run a player's this part of his career or this part of his side, from a particular designated people who are there behind a particular player. And we all know that there are people behind Virat Kohli, there are people behind Rohit Sharma, everyone, for an MS Dhoni also. Even interestingly, MS Dhoni again doesn't have that kind of his marketability is all related to one person. I don't want to name. I really don't know that whether should I name him or not. But there is only one person behind Mahendra Singh Dhoni, the brand. If you talk about the brand. So I think, and plus the important thing is that when we are talking about Virat is a culmination of multiple things. If I want to follow fitness, I can follow Virat Kohli. If I want to see a good-looking man who can carry himself really good with his outfits and style and beard and hairs, everything, I can follow Virat Kohli. If I'm a cricket freak, I can follow Virat Kohli. So there is no one reason. If I want to, if I want to know the trend, if I want to know the fashion thing, I can follow Virat Kohli. And then there's some later things in his career. I know many girls at that point of time, many women at this point of time, who just want to see him and Anushka and they want to follow them just because they see ki like ye ideal couple ye hai. So means कहना मैं ये चाहता हूँ, the one thing I want to put is that there is no one thing which you are following. I think for a long period of time, if I am only a follower of cricket, then only I follow Rohit Sharma. मैं बाकी सारी चीजों के लिए रोहित शर्मा को शायद ना फॉलो कर पाऊं, बट अगर मैं क्रिकेट का फैन हूं, मैं बैटिंग का फैन हूं, तो मैं रोहित शर्मा को फॉलो करूंगा. फॉर विराट कोहली,
विराट कोहली का ये कर सकता है.
I think Buryada, because वो similar, अगर आप देखोगे the way he carries himself, the way he speaks, obviously everyone, you need a face, you need a brand, and you need someone जो उसको आगे लेकर जा सके. मैं ये नहीं कहूंगा कि वो सरपास कर जाएंगे विराट कोहली को या नहीं, या वो LA ओलंपिक्स में कैप्टन होने के नाते गोल्ड जीत जाएंगे तो वो कर पाएंगे या नहीं. बट आई थिंक विराट कोहली को सरपास करने के लिए आपको इन सारे फेसेट्स पे टिक मार्क करना पड़ेगा कि भाई आपको लोग सिर्फ एक चीज के लिए फॉलो ना करें, आपको लोग मल्टीपल चीजों के लिए फॉलो करें. लाइक द सिमिलर थिंग हैड हैपेंड विद क्रिस्टियानो रोनाल्डो. लुक एट द गैप बिटवीन अ मेसी एंड द रोनाल्डो. जबकि लोग ये कहते हैं कि अगर डिबेट भी होगा तो आर्ग्यूबली दोनों बहुत क्लोज है. अगर कोई रोनाल्डो को भी आगे कहेगा तो बहुत ज्यादा रीजंस नहीं है रोनाल्डो को आगे कहने के, और मेसी को आगे कहने के लिए आपके पास फिर भी रीजंस है, वर्ल्ड कप रीजन है. बट लुक एट देयर फॉलोअर्स. Because if I am a fitness freak, I can follow Ronaldo. I cannot follow Messi for being a fitness freak. So I think it's a culmination of multiple things जो उसको विराट कोहली को इतना बड़ा ब्रांड बनाती है. शुभमन, ऑब्वियसली जो आप एक छोटा सा बस पॉइंट शेयर करूंगा. अगर आप इंग्लैंड की पूरी सीरीज उठाइए और उसका प्रैक्टिस, मैंने और शुभेंद्र ने ये बात बहुत बार करी है कि ये बंदा आखिर तक नहीं छोड़ता है चीजों को. He completes his slip catching drill. He complete his throw down drills. He complete his exercises. He complete his run. Everything he completes. शुरुआत में हो सकता है कि कोई नया लड़का आया है, इम्प्रेस करना चाहता है कोच को या टॉप प्लेयर्स को या सपोर्ट स्टाफ को, वो ऐसा कर सकता है. बट आज तो आप टेस्ट क्रिकेट के कैप्टन हो. उसके बावजूद भी इफ यू आर लास्ट वन टू लीव द फील्ड विथ एवरी बेसिक माइन्यूट डिटेलिंग कि भाई ये भी प्लानिंग का हिस्सा है, मेरे को स्लिप के कैचेस भी लेने हैं, स्पिनर्स के आगे अलग लूंगा, फास्ट बॉलर्स के अलग लूंगा, फील्डिंग अलग करूंगा, रनिंग्स अलग करूंगा, और ये सारी चीजें हमने होती भी देखे इंग्लैंड में बहुत क्लोजली. सो आई थिंक दैट्स द वन पार्ट जो मैं शुभमन गिल के बारे में बताना चाहूंगा, कि वो बंदा अभी भी अपनी इन चीजों को लेकर के जरा सा इधर से उधर नहीं हुआ है. वो अभी भी उतना ही फोकस्ड है इन सारी चीजों को लेकर के. दैट्स आई थिंक a very good part as far as Indian cricket team is concerned, Buryada.
Okay, last couple of questions on the show, Gargi. When we are talking brand, etc., and Sachin Tendulkar. So there are multiple different kinds of brands. Sachin, for example, never endorsed alcohol, never endorsed anything like that, and it was his principle. I mean, there is that story about Sachin that a big brand came during the 1996 World Cup and offered him a bat contract, and he said no to that bat contract, saying, come after the World Cup because my eyesight will go into my bat and I'm not used to seeing a bat sticker, so I will not take whatever money it is. So we've heard these kind of stories, and these stories also make legend. And in Shubman Gill's case, he's actually come into a time in our lives, in the whole world, at a time when consumer culture is at its premium. As somebody of the same generation, somebody almost of the same age, do you reckon it is how tough, how difficult it is to say no to certain kind of brand endorsements? And do you reckon somebody like Shubman Gill will have to do that for his brand to be elevated? Because you cannot do maybe a premium brand or a high luxury brand with something that you cannot associate, or it's a proletarian brand. How do you kind of differentiate between the two, Gargi?
I think as brands, especially when it comes to cricketers or A-list celebrities in India, they always want to associate with luxury and always want to keep themselves in that elite, sort of elite area. But as public figures, as people who have impact on the nation's youth, I think everyone has a responsibility here. Virat had a huge impact on fitness, on the fitness culture in the country. A lot of people of my age picked up the sport or picked up fitness passionately because of the way that Virat Kohli portrayed it, the way that he talked about it. And ultimately it comes down to personal preference. Shubman Gill can obviously, if an alcohol brand comes to him, he can just say no and say that I don't want to influence the youth in that way. Because we end up talking to a lot of fans while we're doing our job, and I have met people, and I remember this one conversation very well. He was talking about Virat Kohli, and he said, he was explaining his madness for Virat Kohli, and he said, अगर विराट कोहली मिट्टी खा लेगा तो मैं भी खा लूंगा. That is the level of influence that these stars have. So ultimately you also have to remember, if that's something you want to do, that you have a social responsibility. You have a responsibility with the way that you portray yourself and what you think is right or wrong and how you're influencing the younger generation. But again, it's very subjective as to what you think is right or wrong. If Shubman Gill thinks that endorsing an alcoholic company is nothing wrong, then that's his personal preference. But it's on him on how he wants to portray himself. But as a brand, he's incredibly powerful. He's already halfway there where someone like a Virat Kohli was.
Let's take the super chats, because we are already 43 minutes into the show. I think there are many. I mean, I have not taken any. Let's quickly take, and each of you can take one. Your channel for this is for me, right? Okay. Focuses on sports at core level. Can you do one show on astrology and cricket? Papre. I know jack about astrology. One person who knows astrology.
No, he's talking about stories, I think. Astrology and cricket stories.
We can do. Who's this? Debashish Deshmukh. Yes, Debashish. I'll give you one right away. One time in an IPL game, an astrologer had told the team that they have to leave their hotel rooms at 12 o'clock sharp, and they have to be out in the corridor. If people remain in the room, they're losing. So some people were about to go for a shower and were in their towels, and they were thrown out into the corridor in towels because at 12 o'clock they could not be in their rooms. It was that hard and fast. I don't want to name the team. Exactly what I'm telling you is 100% true. I know the players also who were forced out. I can't share more details, but there are many such stories. I'll tell you one day about such stories. More questions, please. More super chats. What is this? Saw polls between Iyer and Gill, ODI captain, Rohit, whenever, preferably, etc. Iyer getting 80% of the votes. It is not about votes. Gill to surpass 273 million, laughable. Okay, laughable, no problem. But Shomik, Rohit, and Shubhayan are three hard-nosed news hounds have all said it's Shubman Gill and not Shreyas Iyer. I'm going to take their comments here just to put it on record. Shomik, you've said Shubman Gill as ODI captain, not Shreyas Iyer. You've written that.
There is not even a contest at this moment in time. There is not even a contest. Shubman
Rohit,
Gill is
you
India's next all-format captain.
Come on, Rohit. Shubman Gill, Shreyas Iyer. You've said Shubman. This is news. I'm not asking opinion. I'm saying news. You guys have reported this.
ट्विटर के लिए शामिक दा ने वो दे दिया है, चंक दे दिया है. But yeah, obviously when it's decided about the test captaincy only, then it was decided that we'll see Shubman Gill's performance in test cricket and we'll hand it over the ODI captaincy to Shubman Gill. That's a news. That's not my opinion.
Shubhan, not opinion.
The last I spoke about Gill with someone was for the vice captaincy thing, Asia Cup thing. After that, I have not spoken. So I'm not going to say that I have spoken and I have said, but I firmly believe in what Rohit and Shamik is saying. So, and I also believe that Shubman is going to be the ODI captain.
Okay, so our three on-ground reporters, I'll take comments from Bharat and Gargi and close. Bharat, I'll give Gargi the last words. You also reckon Shubman Gill next ODI captain, next all-format captain, Bharat Ramraj? By the way, Bharat and Rohit will be at India's practice. So watch out for their reports, videos, copies late tonight. Both of them are in Dubai and the rest of us will
I'm
reach.
leaving, huh? Whether I'm leaving.
Go.
Thank you.
Bharat,
Thank you.
Quick answer and go, Bharat. Come on.
Yeah, logically it should be Shubman Gill only because he has become the test captain. He has won the respect of the players as a test captain because the test series ended at 2-all, and I think he captained well. And he also scored a lot of runs, over 700 runs. When you have won the respect of the setup, then it is logic that he will also become the captain of another format, that is ODI cricket. I feel that is what it would be. Shubman Gill as the next ODI skipper.
Okay. Rohit, you can leave. Bharat, you can leave. Gargi, any further super chats and your opinion on Shubman Gill multi-format captain? Chalo, ye le lo. Agree on Rohit on how? Aap le lijiye, Gargi. Come on.
Agree with Rohit on how Virat is packaged. My sister follows Virushka, hence she watches cricket now. One thing, Gill has to be a better speaker, I think. Kohli and Saurav. No, I think Shubman Gill speaks very, very well. We've been there in person in the press conferences. He's articulated himself very well. He's been very calm and composed. Never was, let's say, influenced by his emotions or anything. He was always very calm and composed. So I think he is an articulate speaker. But yes, talking about Shubman Gill is, what was the question? As the next ODI all-format captain. Yeah, 100%. I think it's happening. Nothing more to say.
Couple more super chats hai, और जल्दी ले लीजिए, खत्म करते हैं.
फिर से आ गए. Oh, just one more. Yeah.
Okay, sir, Gill will be captain 100%. I should be happy he's in the team. Agarkar's present. That's not the point. BCCI push is giving Gill more haters. Boss, who cares? Haters, farak nahi padta. This doesn't matter. Ultimately, what matters is what the board thinks, what the selectors think, what performance matters. End of story. Twitter, if Twitter decided the world, tab to ho jata yaar. If Twitter decided the world, then to Elon Musk would rule the world. Elon Musk would put everything and cancel everything out. Come on, relax. I mean, Twitter, Shomik knows my theory. There are two different kinds of revolution that happens, one on Facebook and one on Twitter. And both revolutions should be junked into the toilet paper basket. That's what it is. These guys will do revolution either on Facebook or on Twitter. You call them in front of you, Shubman Gill, they hate Shubman Gill, they will come and pose for a photograph and take an autograph and put it as their emoji. I mean, whatever that DP, that is what Twitter and Facebook is all about. Complete nonsense. So ignore all this. Makes zero sense. Khatam ho gaya na? Ye kya aa gaya? Ye bhi le lete. Chalo, you guys have to shame what? You guys have no shame covering Pak cricket after India-Pak match. They'll kill our people. We've answered this. Government of India. It's the government of India's decision. Tell me something. When India-Pak happens and Sony broadcasts it, when Surya Kumar Yadav goes on to do that toss, is he a lesser patriot according to you? Is Gautam Gambhir a lesser patriot according to you when he sits in that Indian change room? Go tell Gautam Gambhir. Tell Gautam Gambhir is a lesser patriot. I can say anything about Gautam Gambhir in the world. I can't say this, that Gautam Gambhir is a lesser patriot than anyone. Even his enemy will not say this. So this thing that you are saying, no, you are saying because it's men's cricket. Whatever your name is, Rushabh Shah. I don't see you saying this for women's cricket because your comment will not even get 0.0001% credence. So you are a sensationalist. That's what you are. Anyway, Gargi, thank you very much for all your comments. And you've actually wasted 100 rupees of your money to come and get criticized by us. Don't waste your money. This is not a platform to give super chats. There are many sensationalist platforms where you give super chats. We care two hoots. Don't waste your money. In future, don't pay. If there is any way to return it, we would have. Gargi, Shubhan, Shomik, Rohit, Bharat, watch our coverage. And you know what we stand for? Today we put out a Jyoti Sureka Vendam interview. You go and ask other channel who Jyoti Sureka Vendam is, they will start scratching their hair. That's the other channel. We put out a Sandesh Jingan interview. We put out multiple hockey interviews. We put out a Devendra Jhajaria interview. We've done hockey, we've done cricket, we've done archery, we've done boxing, we've done tennis, and we will do cricket and football. That's us.
And I'm just returning from an endurance sport event.
Correct. He's come back from an endurance sports event. So we know what we stand for, folks. Don't worry about us. And money, we don't care. God has been very kind to us. We've got enough money to last us for 10 years without caring for social media. That's enough. Gargi, Shubha, and Shomik, everybody watching, thank you very much. Folks, watch out for Bharat and what is this fellow's name? Rohit Juglan in the evening from the Indian practice. Thanks a lot.